Hello friends, my name is Christine and welcome to spring cleaning, decluttering, and a little bit of organization. If you like cleaning dirty things, throwing crap out, and trying desperately to organize your unorganized house, hang around and stick with me through today's video. I think you're really going to like it. But before we get started on all of that, we gotta make the family breakfast, and then we will do all of the things. Today for breakfast, I am making these keto pancakes and this blueberry muffin mix with the no sugar, with the sugar substitute. I got both of these items in my last Thrive Market box, so if you want to go check that video out, I'll leave it down below for you. And this video is sponsored by Thrive Market. And if you guys want to try them out, they're going to give you 25% off your first order and a free gift. All you have to do is go to thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom. I get a Thrive Market box about 1 to 2 times a month, depending on what I want. It's so easy to go in and shop by diet if you're into that, or what food item you're looking for. I've definitely been looking for more fun things for my pantry, different rices, different baking mixes, and I've really been enjoying that. So I will add things to my box over several weeks, and then once I get over the $49 threshold for free shipping, I'll just go ahead and send the order in. They have 2 membership options for you. You can either do a month-to-month membership, which costs almost double than the annual one, which is only $5 a month. And if you decide you don't like it for any reason, they will refund all of your money within the first 30 days. So it's truly risk-free for you. We have loved the high quality of all of the products we have been trying out, and I love the packaging. Everything comes packaged so well, and we can recycle every single bit of the box and paper that it comes in. So one more time, if you want to try it out, use my link down below, thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom to get 25% off your first order and a free gift. And thanks again to Thrive Market for partnering with me on today's video and providing this awesome breakfast.
I'll walk across the room just to show you that I'm still around. Ask if you wanna meet somewhere later when the sun goes down. Oh, you know I'm serious. I'm serious. I will keep you all to myself. Oh, you're so mysterious, mysterious. I can't keep my hands to myself. I'll walk across the room, show you I'm around. Ask if you wanna meet when the sun goes down. 'Cause you're the only one who can get me so high, so high. So high, so high. So high, so high. You are the only person in the world who can get me this high.
And my hair looks fabulous today. So I'm taking 2 of my boys over to my mom's house for the afternoon for a couple of hours. It's the first time we're doing this since she moved into her house. They're gonna make cookies. I don't know what else they're gonna do, but they're gonna hang out. Tyler is out skiing today. Andrew and Ryan are being dropped off, and then I'm gonna come back and continue the cleaning. Typically don't have time alone like this on the weekend, so let's go drop them off. Hey Ryan, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay. This is a problem. These are my cookbooks, well, some of my cookbooks that stand above the refrigerator in my kitchen, and it's like a hodgepodge, and I've been collecting them for a long time and I don't use all of them. And Dave has been begging me for a couple of weeks now to hit the cookbook declutter step of the declutter process. But this day, with everybody gone and I was alone in the house, I figured it would be the perfect time to pull everything out, look at everything individually, and finally tackle this pile. Here are all of the cookbooks. A lot of spring cleaning to me is declutter. Yes, I have been working on the declutter process for a while because it's one step at a time. I don't want to do the entire house and then just hate everyone while I go through everything in one shot. I have left the cookbooks. I have not tried to tackle these at all. This one's really hard for me because books are hard for me. I have a hard time getting rid of books. Of course, I will be donating the ones I get rid of. I'm not just gonna throw them away. I'm going to try and do it fairly quickly, touch it, decide right away. And the things I'm gonna keep are the things I'm super interested in and excited to cook from. The things I'm gonna get rid of are the ones that I will probably not open. So this is a keep. Oh, Santa's cookies. Oh, fun. Okay, that's a keep. I've had this book for over 10 years. I don't think I've ever cooked anything out of it ever, except maybe that chocolate tart. That's a go. This is a go. Go. Okay, bye. When I get meal box kits, I tend to keep the recipes if they're really good. Oh, this is a Hall of Fame one. Veggie chili Rianos. Yum. I'm gonna need to get my 3-hole punch and my binder to put, I have a bunch of these, so we'll do that at the end, but that is the key for the 3-hole punch. Bye. Oh, yum. Okay, seriously, Christine. Here we go. We're decluttering the cookbooks.
Oh, you know I'm serious. I'm serious. I will keep you all to myself. Oh, you're so mysterious. Mysterious. I can't keep my hands to myself. I walk across the room, show you I'm around. Ask if you wanna meet when the sun goes down. 'Cause you're the only one who can get me so high, so high, so high, so high.
I have a garbage pile down here, a donate pile here. Like, look at this. That's amazing. This is the keep pile with all of these needing to go into a binder. So let me trash this, put this in the donate pile in the garage, and try and figure out how these are going back. Here's how I organize my cookbooks. I have very often used ones here in the buffet along with ones I am wanting to cook from soon. This, where it was crazy before, I had so much room, so I was able to move all of our protein drinks, collagen, fiber supplements, and things like that here and save some room in the pantry because those take up a lot of room. So now, when we need our protein for daily shakes in the morning or something, we can just grab them from right here, ready to go, easy peasy. I'm like weirdly excited about this. I'm so proud of myself and now feeling like I need to go buy some cookbooks. Resist the urge, Christine. The next spring clean item is going to be tackling this oven. Now, I do have a self-clean feature on my oven, but for some reason it doesn't clean this glass door. So it just is splattered with what I'm sure is bacon fat. So step number 1 is I'm going to tackle it with this oven cleaner, which has not really been a fail for me before when I clean off the top of the stove. So let's give it a go.
So high, don't be so mysterious. You got me all delirious. 'Cause baby, I am serious. So high, I will keep you to myself and trust me, there is no one else. No one who can get me so high.
Well, it was a good start. This is clearly better than what I started with, but it's definitely not clean. In fact, I was a touch disappointed by the amount I had to scrub with the oven cleaner. So what I decided to do was get out my handy dandy barkeeper's friend and give that a go. I haven't had it in my house for very long. I've been using it on my counters. If I spill something that's like orange, it tends to stain my white counters a little bit. And this gets it out really nicely. So I decided to put this instead on the oven door. I didn't even really let it sit, I don't think. And then I went at it with a scrubby and dude, that stuff was bomb. Here is your before and after, and clearly that's what really did the trick. I think I do need to go over it one more time to get a couple of the tiny little specks because it was so dirty to start with, but that is a huge improvement. I don't always use this carpet refresher, but my carpet's pretty old, like 15 years old in my house, so I gave my carpet a little sprinkle and then went over it with the vacuum. I just have a cheap Bissell upright something or other. I got it off of Amazon for $100 or a little less or something. Works fine for me. In fact, I think it works a lot better than my old vacuum that had like the bags still in it. This one works pretty well. So I'm happy with it, and that stuff smells so good. I'm sorry to say that this closet organization is going to be the last thing that we will cover in today's video. And I am scared. I have tried and made videos on organizing this closet, and it has always gone back to crap. It has never worked. And I think my issue is that I try and organize it, but I don't use any bins or totes or organizational tools. I just set it nicely on the shelf and keep my fingers crossed. And that, my friends, is not going to work. So I went to Target and I bought all of the bins. And what we have to do is take the disaster that is out of this closet right now, pull it all out over here, and figure out what in the heck we're gonna do with it. Grab a beverage, let's get started. While I empty out this closet, I did want to mention that this video is a collaboration with a ton of other ladies all doing a spring clean with me, declutter, organize in our houses this April. I will have a full playlist down below. The amazing Dawn over at The Minimal Mom has organized the entire thing, so shout out to Dawn. She is such an inspiration to me in my life and trying to get my house under control. She has given tons of great tips over on her channel. So if for any reason you haven't seen her yet, I would highly recommend going over there, telling her I sent you, and of course, checking out the rest of the YouTube ladies in the playlist. I'll leave it in the doobly-doo. I've encountered my first problem, and I bought these two large bins. They're made out of felt because I wanted them to be able to slide on the wood floor and not scratch it. But I guess I forgot how small this closet was, and only one fit. I guess one's going back, and this one's gonna sit in here, I guess like this, like tucked in under, maybe like that, and I was gonna use it for storage of blankets, hopefully. That's one shelf down. I have to tell you why organization is difficult in my area. My Dollar Tree doesn't have great stuff. My Walmart has okay stuff. I went to Target because I'm thinking Target's gonna have way better stuff. It's gonna be really pretty. And while they had a few things, I have one of the smallest Targets known to man. I found this, I think it's a file folder, but I'm not gonna use it like that. I'm like, oh, this could be really good actually, have several of them next to each other, maybe like 3 or 4 of them. My Target only carries one. And it's not that the shelf was empty and there was one left, it's they carry one on the shelf. Ditto this. Ditto this little storage basket thingy. I bought what they had, but I wish I had 3 of these, but they don't have 3 of those. So it's really irritating to try and get everything at one time. I feel like nothing works right. At this stage, I've done everything that I'm good at, which is take everything out of a spot and clean it. And I'm at the stage that I'm not good at, which is where does it all go? That's the part that is hard for me. We're gonna take all the games. We had several games up here, and we're gonna reallocate those downstairs. I do have an area where most of the games are, but some of them seemed to have trickled up here. And we do need to do a whole game purge. That's gonna be its own. Oh, I'm not ready for that today. I definitely have trash in here, paper, and this closet is typically the school supplies, extra paper, Bible study books and things like that. Maybe a couple cooking magazines, the crayons, the pencils, things like that. So we're gonna use all these bins. I don't know if we're gonna use them all. That's why I kept the receipt so I could return stuff. I'll update you as we go along. Okie dokie, good luck to me. Check me out. I found all of these pencil bins that I was able to divvy out the markers, the colored pencils, the crayons, well, some of the crayons. I have another big bin. You'll see that in a minute. And when I took apart this little storagey basket thing, I like this thing a lot. I feel like for office organization, this thing was it. Because, you know, you have the random batteries, you have the paper clips, you have the erasers, all of the pencils, all of the tape, all of the glue sticks, those kinds of things. Like this is where it was at. So I'm feeling like I really want to go back and get another one of these. I think that would work really nicely. When it came time to put the containers back into the closet, I kind of shuffled them around and moved them around and then pulled out this. Did you see my last What You Should Buy at Dollar Tree video? I found these labels with this little chalk pen marker, I don't know what to call it, chalk writer, I guess. It was harder to write with than I thought it was going to be. It comes off really, really thick, and I don't have great handwriting anyway, but I use this for labels. Labels is not something I do a ton. I don't think about it, but I've been seeing a lot of other people do it, and I've been inspired. I almost went over and borrowed my mom's label maker, but because I had purchased these anyway for organization projects and I had them, I was like, let's just use them. Do you even have sons if you don't find a little Lego guy when you're organizing the pencils? I feel like I've done really well. This is kind of what I'm left with that is just kind of a hodgepodge of random stuff. And I feel like I need the small containers more than the big ones, which surprised me.
Christine, what does the closet look like right now?
I'm so glad you asked. I would love to show you the progress I've made. And before I do, I just want to tell you that I personally am shocked. I threw away so much garbage, and then once I reallocated things to the different areas of the house where they went, and then put like things together, so I put all the colored pencils together, all of the scissors together, all of the tape together, it started to come together pretty quick, but it was that first sort into like piles that really took a long time. So I saved you that 2-hour time lapse. Let's take a look at what I have so far. First of all, this basket is still empty, and I tried to go by things that we would grab fastest. So the bottom shelf literally has things the kids are gonna use, and that's all. All the crayons, the kid scissors, they're all in there. And I used my Dollar Tree labels. All of the pencils, and I only kept the good ones. I tossed all of the garbage ones and kept all the Ticonderogas. These are sorted by colored pencils, markers, and extra crayons, which we don't need right now because we have that. This is something the kids will reach for often. They're on a low shelf and easy. Next one up, I have all of our scripture study stuff right here, just in one basket. Next to it are the small games that we play a lot, card games, Mexican Train, things like that. All of the empty paper and notebooks. Very close to all of this because my kids love making comic books and drawing and things like that. They've got all their blank paper, all of their coloring supplies, very close to each other. Next up is kind of the office organization. All my tape, all of the erasers, all of the spare batteries right now. All of the pens, which is something that I use mostly, and my hot glue gun, which I don't use very often, but I didn't know where else to put it. I have church magazines and things like that if they're interested. These are all envelopes, so I should probably just make a little label for this. It's mostly office stuff. Extra school supplies, binders, zipper pouches, things like that that we're not using now, but maybe we'll need later. I never thought I would be one of those people that had a closet that had extra space in between the containers, but here we are. I have the room for it, which is shocking to me. I think that's the key. You can't make it pretty if you have too much stuff. And in my pantry, I have too much stuff, it's not gonna happen. But in here, this is like, it's all coming together. So I need to figure out these last few items, these last few bins, and which ones I'm taking back, because I bought all of these big bins thinking I was gonna use them, and I ended up only using 2 of some of the smaller bins that I have. So crazy. I switched out the big felt one with the 2 smaller white ones. What do you think of that? I'm still thinking throw blankets or like jackets or something like that. I don't have a purpose for them right now, but the floor typically turns into a dumping spot. So I wanted to fix that. Yay or nay? What are your thoughts on the white baskets on the bottom? I think I'm done, friends. I have 1 empty bin here for future stuff. I couldn't do it without a miscellaneous jar. So I have a miscellaneous jar. This has never looked like this. Not ever since we've lived in this house. It's kind of amazing, actually. The 2 empty baskets at the bottom. If you want more declutter, clean, spring clean, organization, inspiration, check out the full playlist down below. And if you want to try out Thrive Market and some of their specialty items, first link in the doobly-doo down below. I feel like it's been a really successful video for me. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.